So this morning we are going to start off with the clouds. Unlike yesterday morning, though, it looks like the rain is staying far away, at least for the time being. We got more showers coming on in here. Now, low temperatures, however, you can see a lot more of the 50s popping up and a lot more low 60s, too, as opposed to those mid 60s. So it's not going to be quite as warm or as muggy as what we were starting off back on Monday morning. And as we go into the afternoon, you'll see that sunshine starts to come out just a bit more and a bit earlier. Tacoma, we can see that things are moving along just fine and no big worries about your commute in as you head on to work or wherever you need to go to. Here in Seattle, you can see that cloud deck firmly in place with more of the lights of the city reflecting off of it. We're sitting at 61, calm conditions as far as our winds, and yeah, a lot of those cloudy skies still sticking around with our system that's not too far away. You can see that at the top of your screens right there in the form of some light shower activity indicated by some of that green up across Vancouver Island and heading into BC. Not too far away for us in Bellingham or either around the San Juan Islands or the tip of the Olympic Peninsula. It's going to be those locations too that pick up probably the higher amounts of rain with this, while the rest of us will get pretty little, if anything, out of it. Current temperatures right now down to 54, so a bit cooler down there around Olympia. We're at 61 in Puyallup, 61 in Everett, and sitting at 59 in Oak Harbor. And look at the relative humidity, doing pretty good. Of course, we would like to keep that moisture in the air mass for us to really continue to suppress that fire risk. Even seeing across eastern Washington not doing too bad early this morning in Winthrop, Wenatchee, and Ellensburg with those relative humidities around 70 to 80%. So as we go throughout the day, you can see the clouds, they move out of here quickly. We're talking about maybe 1 or 2 o'clock this afternoon. We start to see a lot more sunshine. Behind that will be the cold front. That will be just beyond that point that you can start to notice coming in really close to the tip of the Olympic Peninsula, Neah Bay. Maybe a few light showers by about 3 to 4 o'clock later this afternoon. I think more of it starts to come in getting closer to the nighttime hours. So 8 o'clock, you can start to see that heading over the Olympic Peninsula and continuing to work eastward at the same time. You can see how organized that band of rain was before it did hit the coast, and once it starts to make its way here into Washington State, then things do start to break down and a lot of the organized rain becomes more scattered, and it continues on here into the night. That will head eastward and into the earlier part of your tomorrow and into tomorrow afternoon. This is 1 o'clock. Some showers still left behind, but they get out of here quickly, and it's not going to put down a whole lot of rain for us before we start to see things dry on out a little bit later on into tomorrow night. This is 11 o'clock at that point, and then continuing on into Thursday, where we're going to keep quite a bit of that cloud coverage in place early into the morning, then more sunshine to come. Totals, again, not too impressive. We'll keep those amounts around maybe 1/10 of an inch to around 1/4 to 1/2 an inch out there along northwestern parts of the Olympic Peninsula. South of there, maybe getting some convergence zone action here around Everett. I wouldn't bet too much about that, but some sweet spots going to be right around near or just south of Everett. That picks up a little more than the rest of us farther south, which are looking at less than 1/10 of an inch. Here's your 7-day forecast. Highs will be in the 70s here today, 70s as we get into the day for Wednesday, and then expecting to see more 70s as we go deeper into the week before 80s return over the weekend.